I just had my bees out. I want to record this before I forget everything. It's Sunday, September 18th. I wish I'd had my videographer with me down there at the hives, but I'm kind of glad I didn't, because he would probably have gotten stung today. So what I found today is, compared to the day after the hurricane, the bees are very, very, very active, and they have packed a ton of honey in again. I was very happy with two of the hives in particular. The Carniolan hive, I had switched their bottom deep and their top deep back around the end of July because I realized they had requeened at that point. The nook that my husband had purchased for me arrived with a queen that was either no good or something happened to her where she died, and they made a new queen. And after I switched the top and the bottom deeps, they've taken off again. They're doing great, and their frames were packed with honey. I was going to lift off the top deep, but it was too heavy, and that's good. That means it weighs about 80 pounds, and I could pry it up and lift it a little bit, but I couldn't do it really safely and have good control of it, so I didn't end up dropping or smashing bees all over the place. The middle hive, the Italians, the hive that had always been the strongest, I also couldn't safely lift their deep off either. I was able to slide it from side to side and checked all the bottom, well, not all of the bottom frames. I was able to check 7 out of 10 of them, because I was just trying to slide the top deep from side to side without actually lifting it off the hive. And I don't see any queen activity going on at all. I don't see any eggs or larvae. I don't see any cat brood. I just see a lot of honey and a lot of pollen. And finally, the third hive, the Italians, which was the last one, the first one I opened the day after the hurricane, is still the weakest hive, but they also are very active right now. They also are putting a lot of honey in. I was worried I was going to have to feed them for the winter, but they also, I was able to lift the top deep off of them and check all the frames, and it also appears that they don't have a queen right now. So I'm thinking of some options for that. I know that I could purchase a queen and try to requeen right now before winter comes in. I know another thing I could try is to maybe combine that hive with the stronger hive of Italians. And I think the best thing for me to do is to ask a couple of the local beekeepers that have been more successful at this what they plan to do for this kind of thing. There's 3 other people in the neighborhood that have beehives right now, including one other set of hives on this farm. And then there's someone close by in Goshen that I can ask who's been very successful at all of this. So I can get some opinions on what I should do.